Okay, welcome back, and I've done a lot of training in the meantime. I actually had to do it twice because I screwed up my saves. Just letting you know what I've done in the meantime. The characters are 13 and 12 respectively. They started as, I think, 8 and 7. I leveled up the GFs to the same levels, apparently, and I taught them a bunch of stuff. Boost, which just lets me make them more powerful when they're attacking. Magic Refine, or Thunder Magic Refine, which basically lets me make thunder spells and wind spells from items. I got some junctioning abilities, and magic boost on Quetzalcoatl, and on Shiva I got some junctions up here. I'm working on Vitality plus 20%. I got Spirit plus 20%, and then Boost and Ice Magic Refine for her. So, we should be all set to go into the Fire Cavern. Hopefully it won't take that long. I did a shitload of grinding. Like, I kid you not, it took a really, really, really long time. And, I'll run over there now, and whatever we run into, I'll show you the battles because these aren't grinding. I did want to show you the various... Oh shoot, I did want to go into the forest actually, because there's one item in here I really want to get, and I didn't get to do it while I was training. Okay, we don't... Okay, yes, this is what we want to fight. Okay. So... we're just gonna use her GFs. I use GFs more than I probably ought to, just because I like to, and I'll show you what Boost does. I press select to make the thing go away, and then this little button appears in the corner, and I press it repeatedly, as long as the X isn't on it, and it boosts my GF attack, depending on how many times I get to press it. It's pretty simple. I always learn it first just because it's nice to be able to boost the GF attacks up. But, anyway, I use GFs more than I probably ought to, just because they do a lot of damage, and also they protect you from attacks, so... it's not really necessary. It's just something they'll do, and hopefully it won't be annoying. Okay, so we got spiderwebs. What that item does is it teaches Keistis one of her limit breaks. She uses blue magic as limit break, which means that she learns attacks from enemies and then can use them in battle. And certain items you get from them do that, so I just wanted to get that one before I forgot. Okay, we'll probably fight some bite bugs. Hopefully. Yeah. So those are bite bugs. They're pretty freaking lame, actually. Like, I can probably kill them in 2 hits at this point, so I won't even bother getting a GF. Really don't know why that was up, but oh well. Oh, nope, I forgot to do my, gunblade thing. You can, press trigger when you attack the squall, and he'll shoot his gun as well as hit them with the sword, which just sounds ridiculous in the first place, but it does more damage. So, whatever. Yeah, battle, so much fun. And of course, once again, I forgot to set my timer. Yay me. So I'm doing that now, sorry. There we go. Confirm. Got an M-stone piece. I believe you can use M-stone pieces to refine magic. Let me go see if I can actually go do that. One moment. Ability. Magic refine. Yeah, so you go down here, it'll refine in 5 thunders, which is really useful when you don't want to go around drawing spells from things, because you'll die in some of those cases. I took a lot of damage when I was trying to get all my draws. I do have 100 of each spell that I run into, by the way, so I've got 100 of Blizzard, Fire, Sleep, Scan, and Cure, I think. And then I went back and got those draw points inside the school, so now I have Isuna as well, and Thunder, which I got from... There's a draw point over in the city that's nearby. We haven't gone there yet, but I just happened to go there so I could buy some items, so I'll show you that later. I don't have 100 of each of those. I only have like 15 because that's all I could draw from those draw points, so... Anyway, now Keistis is going to tell us about junctioning magic. Hooray! So let's go through another tutorial. Okay, junctioning magic. Now pay attention. I'll be explaining how to utilize the magic you have stocked. Thanks, Keistis. Junctioning magic. By junctioning magic, you can raise the character's stats. Yes, I've already done this, actually. I could fast forward through it, but I'm not going to. If the GF has learned the ability to junction onto stats, that particular stat will be displayed in white. By selecting junction here, like so, the GF and magic commands will appear. You are able to junction magic by selecting magic. Big surprise. When magic is selected, a list of magic appears. I have more spells than that. When the cursor to select which stat to junction, use the cursor to select which stat to junction, herp. When strength is selected, choose a magic with the cursor. You can see how the stat value changes with each magic. Doop-a-doop, like that. When magic is selected, the magic will be displayed next to the stat and the value will change. Only one magic can be assigned to each stat. However, there is no need to junction magic manually one by one. Select auto after junctioning. Yes, right there. Auto junctions magic automatically. Surprise! There are 3 commands to choose from. Attack favors strength, magic favors magic, defense favors raging HP. Thus, magic can be junctioned easily by using auto. I wouldn't necessarily say it's raising HP, it's more like augmenting HP and also augmenting your defense stats, but whatever. For example, let's select the attack junction. Yes, let's. Magic has been junctioned to favor strength. This concludes the magic junction tutorial. And of course, okay. When you draw a new magic, try experimenting with it when you junction. This is how you become stronger. Okay, ready to go? Oh! You know how to use your gunblade? I already know. So I'm not even gonna do it. Oh, okay. I was just concerned, that's all. Alright, let's go. She would just tell us how to use, I think, R1 in limit breaks, which, I don't know if a limit break will come up. Hopefully not. I don't really want to get that low in this fight. Yeah, the other thing about junctioning magic that I guess she doesn't really mention is that the fewer spells you have, the less it's going to affect your stats. So, like, having 100 of one spell is great, but when you use that magic, you won't have 100 anymore. You eat up your spells and your stats will go down. So, it's a good idea to, if you can, junction magic that you don't think you'll use, or to stats that don't necessarily need to be as high. So, like, I right now have... I'm sorry. I have Cure Junction to HP, and her HP is really, really high. If I have to use it, it's not that big of a deal. It'll just go down a little bit. Scan I never use, Sleep I never use, so those are a big deal. For Squall, I've got Fire Junction to Strength because I'm going into a fire cavern, and nothing's probably going to be weak to fire. All of the magic, the elemental magic, junctions the same way to Strength, so I could put in 100 blizzards and it would be the same stat. So that way I can just switch it out if I need to, because I'm going into a place where they're weak to fire, or weak to blizzard, whatever. And I put Cure on his vitality because his vitality is pretty decent to begin with, so it really doesn't make that much of a difference. So yeah, just a couple things to keep in mind. Now let's go into the fire cavern. It's very far away. By which I mean that's just a really far walk. Okay. Objective, to obtain a low-level GF. A seed member must support. Are you ready? See, this is what I mean. Like, everybody surely went with Keistis, because she's their teacher. But hey, whatever. Yes, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm his support. Instructor number 14, Keistis Trap. Select a time limit. Choose one suited to your abilities. Challenging, but yet reasonable. You can choose any of these. There's a function where you get a seed rating eventually, and the less time you can complete it in, the better your score eventually is. So I'm going to try and do 10 minutes because I really don't think it's going to take that long. We'll be running from all fights, and then we'll be taking on the boss and spamming GF attacks, because we've got one that is presumably strong against a fire cavern boss. Yeah, so 10 minutes. Very well. Good luck. Let's go. Let's try and get this done in 10 minutes. We should be able to, by the way. It's not like this is not actually going to be that challenging, I don't think. Fire Cavern is really not too bad as long as you're prepared for it. Okay, my job is to support you in battle. Everything else is up to you. Fine. Squall doesn't give a shit. You know, the boys often choke on this test when I come with them. I guess my charm makes them nervous. Whatever. I'm just kidding. Trying to keep you relaxed, that's all. Squall don't give a shit. Oh, I don't know if you noticed, but the battle animation is a little bit glitched out. I don't know what's up with that. I guess just the emulator. Not in here, for some reason. Whatever. Way to prove me wrong, stupid thing. Okay, I'm running. Which you do by holding both triggers. Not that this emulator actually likes to make your second triggers work, so I had to assign both triggers to R1 and L1, but whatever. Doesn't matter. I believe there's a draw point up here. Not on that side, there isn't. Here's one. I think it's probably fire. Yep. We won't draw it, because we already have 100 fire. Show don't matter to us. Bomb, an elemental monster. Use an ice attack for these. Except we're gonna run away! Ha ha, she didn't even get to finish talking. Alright. Really spamming us with fights all of a sudden. This is a Buell, or a Buer. I can't remember which one it actually is, but we're gonna run, so it doesn't really matter. You can fight all these. I will be coming back and grinding in this cave as well, but, just to get the spells and everything. I think Buells have thunder, maybe. But, I'm not gonna do that right now, because obviously we've only got 7 minutes to beat this boss. I guess I was right. You and Cypher are in a class of your own. You both have amazing strength and potential. Well, thank you, Keistis. Okay, this is it. Are you ready? You seem confident enough. So does everybody get the same GF? Like, is everybody running around with the exact same things? Because it seems like there'd only be one of each, but I guess I could be wrong. Okay, so this is Ifrit, who we saw in that tutorial earlier. Let's go ahead and use our GF. And we will use Blizzard on him. I did get my GF compatibility to 1000, which means they summon as fast as possible. Kind of a big deal. Okay. We're gonna boost this. If I don't talk much during boost, I apologize, because I'm concentrating. Shoot. I don't know why I didn't just swear there. If you press it while the X is on the screen, it will drop the boost back down to 75, which is very annoying. Oh yeah, he gets really mad that you have Shiva, apparently. He hits you with some fire. Oh no. Magic, Blizzard. It's really a pretty easy boss. This is one of the ones that I know pretty well because I've fought it a lot. So, to be fair, this one's probably going to be easier than most. Not bad for a human. Or a hummin. Okay, let's try and get this right this time. That could have dropped down at the very last minute. That could have been really bad. Look at that. Twice the damage. It's beautiful. Ugh, I underestimated Shiva. Very well, I will join you. That's how fast it was, guys! That is how fast it goes. If you prepare. If you over-prepare. I pretty much over-prepared. You don't receive experience for boss battles. Yeah. Gear Returner. I got 6 of them? Jesus. And difference card. Which would be useful if we gave a shit about cards. Actually, there's an ability to refine items from cards later on, which will be useful for getting ultimate weapons, I think. Which we don't play the card game, so it's not going to be that important to us, but hey, we'll have cards lying around so we can turn them into stuff. Our GFs received 20 AP, that's a lot. Got Ifrit, we're just going to call him that. There isn't much time, but let me go over this real quick. Good, you got yourself a GF. If you junction that GF, you'll be able to use the LMJ ability, which means Elemental Junction. Here's an explanation on elements. Yay! Thanks, Keistis! Junction can change basic parameters such as strength and magic, as well as elemental parameters. By junctioning a GF with the elemental junction ability, as magic is junctioned, oh my god, the LAD slot above HP turns white, indicating an elemental junction, elemental attack and defense, I believe is what that stands for. When left is selected, the elemental junction screen appears. Elemental junction works like other junctions. Surprise! First, select a statue junction. I like how in this example we've got Firaga already. Then choose a magic to finish the junction. However, non-elemental magic like Cure cannot be junctioned. Well, no shit. Elemental junctioning. Elemental junction affects attack and defense differently. Junctioning to LM attack links the element to the character's attack. Yes. The percentage indicates how much of that attack damage is linked to that element. At the maximum value of 100, the attack becomes entirely elemental, which is, you know, good against things that are weak to that element, and really bad against things that absorb that element. In this example, ice is at 50%. This means that the damage only increases by 50%. I feel like that's meant to be 50% of the damage you're dealing is considered ice damage, but whatever, I could be wrong. Maybe it adds damage. I didn't think it did. When junctioned to LM Def, the damage from that element is reduced. Reduction of damage is shown in percentage. At 100%, damage is reduced to 0. Yup. In the example, fire damage is reduced to 20% because LM Def is at 80%. Star is displayed when the value goes over 100%, indicating that damage is absorbed. In this state, you can absorb the amount of damage indicated in percentage. In the example, 50% of fire damage is absorbed. Hooray. Multiple magic types can be junctioned to LM Def depending on the GF's ability. Yes, thank you. Junction multiple magic types with the same elemental for a cumulative effect. Try junctioning different magic to check the effects. You can also select auto to automatically junction the most effective elemental magic. Surprise. This concludes the elemental junction tutorial. I do not have LM junction for attack or defense yet, but I will eventually. I haven't learned those abilities, so at some point I will do that. I don't think it's that important right now. Later, yes, but early in the game, it's not crucial. You'll probably survive. There's a lot of fire elemental monsters here, so junction blizzard to your LM attack. Well, I don't have LM attack. I believe it actually comes on Ifrit, so you'll have an easier time with fire elemental enemies. The timer's off, by the way, because we beat it, so let me just go ahead and junction. Give him Ifrit. I probably won't keep him with Ifrit. I'll give that to somebody else, but whatever. He needs to learn. Oh god, he's level 1. Jesus Christ. Okay, he needs to learn Boost. He has Fire Magic Divine, and yeah, he does have Elemental Attack Junction. Actually, yeah, let's go junction something for Squall, I guess. See, we can junction stuff to attack. We could put Blizzard on him, but, you know, it's not that important. So, forget it. So yeah, that's pretty much all there is to the Fire Cavern. Like I said, it's really not that hard. It's kind of a terrifying place when you think about it, actually, because we're in this tiny little cave on the world map, and it's full of lava. Holy shit! Anyway, I'm gonna end this video, and off-screen I'll do some more training, get Ifrit up to an acceptable level, maybe get some other abilities learned from the GFs, and, when I come back, we will go back to Garden and see what's going on. I believe the seed test is coming up, so we'll see how that goes. So, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys later.